North Korea, a land of secrecy, spectacle, and stories so unbelievable they sound like they're ripped from a dystopian novel. From unicorn lairs to banned hairstyles and theme parks inspected by the supreme leader himself. Today we're diving into 30 insane facts about the world's most enigmatic country. Grab your passports, well, maybe leave them at home, because this trip is about to get wild, only here on Chelder. Fact number 1. North Korea is officially a democratic people's republic, but it's neither democratic nor much of a republic. North Korea's official name, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, DPRK, sounds like it belongs to a land of free elections and people power. But the truth is, it's been ruled by the Kim dynasty since 1948, with zero real elections and absolute control over every aspect of life. The democracy part? More like one guy deciding everything while everyone else claps. Kim Il-sung, the founding leader, still holds the eternal title of president, even though he passed away in 1994. And yes, they have actual elections where the ballot has one name and voting no isn't really an option. Fact number 2. The country has one of the most secretive societies in the world. Living in North Korea is like living in a bubble, except this bubble is heavily guarded and comes with constant surveillance. Foreign media, social media, and even international phone calls are banned or severely restricted. North Koreans can't just pop on YouTube or binge-watch Netflix. Instead, they have a state-run intranet with carefully curated propaganda content. It's like an internet designed to make you think the Kims are superheroes. Meanwhile, defectors describe a society where neighbors spy on each other, and even casual jokes can lead to imprisonment, or worse. Fact number 3. Propaganda is everywhere. Literally, in North Korea, propaganda isn't just an occasional government ad. It's a lifestyle. Giant murals of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il dominate public squares, and every household is required to display portraits of the leaders in a place of honor. State-controlled TV broadcasts praise the government 24/7, to the point where even weather reports give credit to the Kim dynasty for sunshine and rain. Imagine waking up to your favorite morning show, except it's all about how great one guy is, and it never changes. Fact number 4. Kim Jong-il was said to have invented a miracle food. The late Kim Jong-il, known for his eccentricities, once claimed to have invented a superfood to cure malnutrition, a meat-based paste. It was supposed to be nutritious, revolutionary, and life-changing for the population. However, critics have pointed out that it was more of a publicity stunt than an actual solution. Meanwhile, the nation continued to face food shortages, and the miracle meat paste quietly disappeared from public mention. Perhaps it wasn't the miracle they hoped for, or maybe even the creator lost his appetite for it. Fact number 5. The North Korean calendar doesn't follow the rest of the world. While most of the world marks the year 2024, North Koreans are living in Juche 13. Their calendar starts not with the birth of Christ or any universal event, but with the birth of their founding leader, Kim Il-sung, in 1912. The calendar is part of the Juche ideology, which emphasizes self-reliance, and apparently their own sense of time. If you ever visit, don't be surprised if your phone's date settings get confused. It's time travel, North Korea style. Fact number 6. The DMZ is one of the most heavily militarized borders on Earth. The demilitarized zone, DMZ, between North and South Korea is ironic because it's anything but demilitarized. Packed with landmines, barbed wire, and armed soldiers on constant watch, it's a 160-mile-long standoff. Occasionally, North Korea sends over balloons filled with propaganda leaflets, or even USB drives packed with state videos. Think of it as hostile spam mail, but delivered by air. Visitors can tour the DMZ, but only on the South Korean side. North Korea's side doesn't exactly have a gift shop. Fact number 7. The government built a fake utopia on the border. Near the DMZ, North Korea constructed a village called Kijongdong, designed to look like a prosperous community filled with happy, modern citizens. The catch: it's completely empty. The buildings have no interiors, and the residents are non-existent. The idea was to impress South Koreans and convince them to defect northward. Spoiler: it didn't work. Today, it stands as one of the strangest monuments to propaganda ever built, a ghost town with immaculate landscaping. Fact number 8. North Korea's Arirang mass games are record-breaking spectacles. Imagine tens of thousands of people performing synchronized gymnastics, dances, and human mosaics in a stadium packed with spectators. The Arirang mass games are the pinnacle of North Korean pageantry. Each performance requires months of grueling rehearsals, with participants as young as 5 years old. While it's visually stunning, the games are also a testament to the regime's obsession with discipline and control. Behind the dazzling displays are stories of exhaustion, punishment for mistakes, and a system that values perfection above all else. Fact number 9. Pyongyang is reserved for the elite. Not just anyone can live in the capital city, Pyongyang. The government only allows the politically loyal and elite to reside there, creating a stark contrast with the rural areas where poverty is widespread. Pyongyang is meticulously maintained, with wide boulevards, towering monuments, and a suspicious lack of traffic. It's like a showroom version of North Korea, designed to impress foreign visitors while hiding the reality of life outside its borders. Fact number 10. The country's economy runs on juche. North Korea's official economic policy, juche, promotes self-reliance, but the reality is far from it. The country relies heavily on foreign aid, black market trade, and smuggling to survive. From counterfeit currency to illegal arms deals, North Korea's economy is a patchwork of questionable methods. Even luxury goods for the elite, like imported cognac and designer watches, are smuggled in through elaborate schemes. It's juche with a side of international sanctions dodging. Fact number 11. The Kim dynasty has a mythology of its own. The Kims are portrayed not just as leaders, but as larger-than-life figures in North Korean propaganda. Kim Jong-il was said to have been born under a double rainbow on Mount Pektu, the sacred birthplace of the Korean people, and his birth supposedly heralded by a new star in the sky. Kim Jong-un's early years are shrouded in mystery, but state media claims he was a child prodigy. These stories are less about history and more about crafting a divine narrative for a dynasty that rules with an iron fist. Fact number 12. North Korea has its own operating system, Red Star OS. While most of the world uses Windows, Mac OS, or Linux, North Koreans have their own, Red Star OS. Based on Linux, it's designed to monitor users, restrict internet access, and keep tabs on what's being done on every computer. The system even automatically watermarks files with a hidden tracking code. Forget cybersecurity, this is state surveillance baked right into the software. It's like Big Brother, but with a distinctly North Korean flavor. Fact number 13. The country has a 3 generations of punishment policy. In North Korea, being sentenced to a labor camp doesn't just mean punishment for you. It can mean punishment for your entire family. Under the 3 generations of punishment rule, if you're accused of a political crime, your children and grandchildren might also end up in a prison camp. This policy ensures loyalty through fear and makes dissent a family-wide risk. It's the darkest version of family sharing imaginable. Fact number 14. There's only one TV channel. North Korea has exactly one TV channel, and it's entirely controlled by the state. The programming consists of news, always praising the government, patriotic movies, and cultural shows. No sitcoms, no reality TV, and definitely no Netflix binges. If you're lucky, you might catch a musical about farming or a documentary on how great Kim Jong-un is. It's a one-channel universe where the remote doesn't matter. Fact number 15. North Korea once kidnapped filmmakers to create a monster movie in one of the most bizarre episodes of the Kim regime's history. Kim Jong-il kidnapped South Korean director Shin Sang-ok and his actress wife Choi Eun-hee in the 1970s. Kim, a self-proclaimed movie buff, forced Shin to direct films for North Korea, including Pulgasari, a Godzilla-style monster movie meant to convey anti-capitalist themes. After years of captivity, the couple eventually escaped. The story sounds like a Hollywood thriller, except it really happened. Fact number 16. North Korea's leader is obsessed with basketball. Kim Jong-un is a die-hard basketball fan, particularly of the NBA. He's such a fan of former Chicago Bulls player Dennis Rodman that he invited him to North Korea multiple times. Rodman, who calls Kim a friend for life, has visited the Hermit Kingdom, bringing a surreal touch of pop culture to one of the world's most isolated nations. Imagine the contrast. A flamboyant NBA star hanging out with one of the most controversial leaders on Earth. Fact number 17. There's an underground economy of smuggled goods. Despite the government's tight control, smuggling is rampant in North Korea. From USB drives loaded with South Korean dramas to Chinese goods, black markets thrive in secret. These unofficial markets, known as Jangmadang, are often the only way for ordinary citizens to access necessities like food and medicine. It's capitalism sneaking in through the cracks of one of the most tightly controlled economies in the world. Fact number 18. The country claims to have discovered a unicorn lair that in 2012. North Korean archaeologists announced they had discovered a unicorn lair, supposedly linked to an ancient Korean king. The announcement was widely mocked by the outside world, but within North Korea, it was presented as a proud discovery of national significance. Whether it was a propaganda stunt or a translation mix-up, it's one of the most surreal scientific claims ever made. Fact number 19. North Korea's military is massive. Despite its economic struggles, North Korea boasts one of the largest standing armies in the world, with over 1 million active personnel. Military parades in Pyongyang showcase missiles, tanks, and soldiers in perfect formation. Behind the spectacle, however, experts believe much of the equipment is outdated, and soldiers reportedly face food shortages. It's a military machine built for show as much as for war. Fact number 20. North Korean defectors face unimaginable risks. Escaping North Korea is a life-or-death gamble. Defectors must cross heavily guarded borders, often braving treacherous rivers, landmines, and harsh terrain. If caught, they face imprisonment, torture, or execution. Those who make it to China often live in fear of being deported back. Despite these dangers, thousands have risked everything for a chance at freedom, making their stories a testament to the human spirit's resilience. Fact number 21. The Pyongyang Metro is shrouded in mystery. The Pyongyang Metro, one of the deepest subway systems in the world, doubles as a nuclear bunker. It's also a propaganda showcase, with lavish decorations and murals glorifying the regime. Foreign visitors are typically only allowed to see a few select stations, leading to speculation that parts of the metro might not be fully operational, or even used for secret purposes. Fact number 22. Kim Il-sung wrote thousands of books. According to North Korean claims, Kim Il-sung wrote hundreds of thousands of books, along with operas and philosophical treatises. Given the sheer number, he would have needed to write nonstop for his entire life. These works are required reading in North Korean schools, ensuring that his ideas remain ingrained in the nation's psyche. Move over, Shakespeare. Kim Il-sung was apparently the most prolific writer in history. Fact number 23. The country has an official beer brand. Yes, even North Korea has beer. Taedonggang beer is the country's pride and joy, brewed in a factory bought from the UK in the early 2000s. It's one of the few consumer products North Korea allows some pride in, and it's reportedly quite decent by international standards. While the average North Korean might struggle to afford it, it's a rare slice of normalcy in an otherwise tightly controlled society. Fact number 24. Kim Jong-un ordered a new time zone. In 2015, Kim Jong-un announced the creation of Pyongyang time, setting the country's clocks back by 30 minutes to mark independence from imperialist Japan. The move was symbolic, but also a logistical headache. By 2018, the time zone was reverted to match South Korea's as a gesture of goodwill during diplomatic talks. North Korea, where even time is a political statement. Fact number 25. The country controls hairstyles. North Korea has an official list of government-approved hairstyles, and citizens are expected to choose from these state-sanctioned options. The choices are modest and conservative, with no wild colors or trendy cuts allowed. Kim Jong-un's signature, not on the list. It's reserved for the leader himself. It's the only place where your hairstyle can literally be a matter of politics. Fact number 26. North Korea claims to have cured major diseases. Another bold claim. North Korea announced it had developed a cure for AIDS, cancer, and Ebola, all in one shot. The miracle drug, called Kumdang-2, was touted as a revolutionary treatment. Unsurprisingly, the claims were dismissed by global experts, but within North Korea, such announcements reinforced the regime's narrative of scientific and medical superiority. Fact number 27. Kim Jong-un loves theme parks. Kim Jong-un has a soft spot for amusement parks, personally overseeing renovations to Pyongyang's Mangyeondae Fun Fair. State media portrayed him riding roller coasters and inspecting the bumper cars, painting him as a leader who cares about his people's happiness. Of course, access to these parks is limited to the elite, so for most North Koreans, the fun remains just out of reach. Fact number 28. The country has its own space program. North Korea's space agency, NASA, yes, really, claims to be working on satellites and space exploration. While their rockets often make headlines for failing or for being thinly disguised missile tests, the government insists its ambitions are peaceful. The logo for NASA bears a striking resemblance to NASA's, which is either a coincidence or a cheeky homage. Fact number 29. The Ryugyong Hotel is a towering enigma. The Ryugyong Hotel, a 105-story pyramid in Pyongyang, is one of the world's most infamous unfinished buildings. Construction began in the 1980s but stalled for decades due to financial struggles. It was supposed to symbolize North Korea's prosperity, but instead, it became a symbol of its challenges. Though the exterior is complete, rumors persist that the interior remains largely unfinished. Fact number 30. Defectors reveal a very different reality. While North Korean propaganda paints the country as a utopia, defectors' stories reveal widespread poverty, famine, and oppression. Many describe a life of constant fear, with the regime controlling every aspect of existence. Despite the risks, defectors continue to escape, bringing their stories to the outside world and shedding light on a nation shrouded in mystery. Their courage offers hope for a brighter future. And there you have it, 30 mind-bending facts from a country that's equal parts mysterious and unbelievable. Whether it's tales of basketball diplomacy or a time zone created on a whim, North Korea proves truth really can be stranger than fiction. What fact left you scratching your head the most? Let us know in the comments. And as always, subscribe to Chelder for more journeys into the strange, fascinating, and downright insane.